Meanwhile, the recent closure of Russian airspace to many Western airlines is causing an expensive headache for travelers all over the world. Newsy National correspondent James Packard explains why we're feeling it here and where the root of the problem is halfway around the world.
It's globally connected. It's the ripple effect, if you will.
The airline industry trying to grapple with the airspace over the world's most sprawling country being off limits.
What's left? Maybe locusts in the sky, because what else could possibly happen to the airlines?
Now coming back to bite travelers on the other side of the world, as airlines try to shuffle schedules and recoup losses from canceled trips and scuttled flights.
And now we're having problems with fuel. So we put that all together and you kind of have a perfect storm.
The surviving flights from Europe to Asia now stretching hours longer than usual to get around Russia. Like this flight from Tokyo to London, usually about 12 hours, now lasting more than 15. Or this one from Helsinki to Tokyo, which, if you can work it out, went almost directly over the magnetic North Pole. Extra credit to the pilots for that navigation. That's usually an 8.5-hour flight, by the way. That took nearly 13. It's a lot of extra fuel to budget in, and the airlines are already paying exorbitant fees, just like we are at the pump.
At its worst, jet fuel tends to be about a third of the airline's costs.
While U.S. airlines won't be flying many Europe to Asia routes, they have business agreements with the airlines that do. And when those fares go up, so does the cost to the U.S. carriers. But it's a small price to pay.
An airline's first job is to protect its passengers.
Super low-cost carriers like Spirit and Frontier might feel it the hardest and might need to raise usually rock-bottom fares.
The good news is that they still need to undercut the other airlines.